Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar. I just got to the house. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go inside. Ooh, y'all, don't I be feeling itchy, even though I'm not itchy. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's like when I turn the camera on, all of a sudden everything get to itching, and I'm like, I'm not irritated. Nothing is like I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go in the house and I'm gonna go straight into trying to do my hair. I guess, child. I don't know. But what I might have to do is at some point I'm gonna show y'all that I had already started before because I never posted the video because it was like bits and pieces. So I was like, I don't know about all that, and I stopped the video. So, but I'll be back once I get in the house. Hey y'all, I'm back. So I'm exhausted. First of all, I had the video record messages to send them to my folks to let them know I'm alive and all that because I am tired. I hate when I'm sitting in my car, I'm ready to go to sleep. Like I can go to sleep right then and there. If the temperature right, all of that, or like right then it was right, but it's gonna get hotter as the day progresses, so it would have woke me up out of my sleep. But I could have just went all the way to sleep. But I'd be having to tell myself, you can't do that. So I got up and came up here and I'm sleepy now, but I still can't go to sleep. But anyway, let me finish this video. Don't even know if it's gonna go up today or not, but let me go ahead and tell y'all what's going on currently. And some more things I was gonna tell y'all in the other video that never aired, that never saw the light of day, so to speak. Okay, y'all, so I'm about to take this off again. Y'all might know what's going on after I eventually tell y'all what it's hitting for. So no, my hair is not done. So don't come for me. I'm fully aware that my hair is not done. I did it like this anyway because the video that I initially was gonna post, it was gonna show y'all that I had this idea of what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna try to execute it. But what I didn't know was the hair that I had prepped was not short enough, or at least short enough for this part because I wanted a bangage type area. You know what I'm saying? I want to frame my face a little bit, I guess you could say, like right above my eyebrow. I want to at least have this to be what it need to be. Everything else can be longer, but the hair was too short. And I have not shortened all the hair. I was going section by section, cutting the hair in half again because I had already prepped it and cut the hair in half once. So yeah, y'all. So while I'm on here expressing to y'all what's going on, I'm gonna try to do my hair at the same time. Well, some of it, because it's probably not gonna get all done today either. Because hopefully when I'm done, I'm going to sleep. Because I'm tired. Just in case I never say it, because it hasn't aired in a video, I didn't go to sleep at all on my first day of work. Well, leading up, but my first day back, I didn't get no sleep. I didn't get no sleep the second day. So all day Saturday didn't get no sleep. All day Sunday didn't get no sleep. Monday, which was yesterday, I got a little bit of sleep. Thank God. I went 48 hours with no sleep. I don't under the first day, the people, that man, whoever, I don't know if it was one of them this time or two, all of a sudden appeared back there and was cutting stuff and all this other stuff off the back deck or whatever you want to call it. Just doing the most out of nowhere. And I'm just like, you are so random. So I literally couldn't go to sleep. I'm like, you appear out of nowhere, like without notice. I don't understand. He really could have been done a month ago, y'all. Like the way he started, they were almost done with just the level that I live on in what, maybe 2 days. Like they really could have been done in a week at the absolute most, completing this project because it's just 3 levels. Like they really could have been done. And they had the circular saw going. Like I was gonna go live, so to speak. I was gonna do a video and prove to y'all, like, look, they over here doing the most. The circular saw going. You heard the hammer going. They had something else that was tearing into the old wood that they're removing. I don't know. They was doing the most. Crowbar or something, child. I done forgot the other stuff. y'all know my daddy is a Mason in several senses of the word, but anyway, that's another story for another day. So yeah, y'all. So let me tell y'all about what's going on. So y'all already know I've been swelling. To make a long story short, I don't want to say this, but my sister actually might have been right for a second time, for the second time in a row. Remember back when she said, "Oh, you might have a seafood allergy." Turns out I do, and developed out of nowhere. I used to hear that happening to people, but I'm looking like, nah. I grew up literally eating this as a child. You ain't finna tell me that shrimp ain't it for me no more. You're not finna tell me I done finally had lobster and all this other stuff, crabs, and it tastes delicious, and you mean to tell me I can't eat it no more? Wait a minute, child. So now I can't eat it no more. So annoying. Uh, so yeah. Um, my sister might actually be right about this, and I hate it, but it is what it is. And it's not that I didn't want to believe her because she's younger than me. I just didn't want to believe that that's what it was. And when she said something about lymphedema, the only thing I ever associated lymphedema with looking like was not what my legs look like. My legs look the same like they always look, except they are inflamed in places or whatever, right? And you can just tell that it's different. It's hot in certain places, and it's just something. Like, I don't know. I don't necessarily hurt per se. I'm more uncomfortable than in pain. So this is very weird to me, and I was not expecting this to be what my life was gonna be like right now. So, right now it is pointing to possibly stage 2, stage 3, in between those two stages of lymphedema. I have no idea though. I'm just guesstimating. I'm definitely guessing on that. It's just from what I've seen picture wise, that's what it's looking like. Now before any of y'all tell me I need to go to a doctor and all this other stuff, I don't go to the doctor. I haven't gone to the doctor since I had cancer, and I was trying to figure out what was going on with my body, and found out that that was what was going on with my body. So yeah, that was the last time I went, when I was getting checked up for that and going back and making sure everything was still in order as far as me being in remission. That was the last time I went to the doctor. OBGYN, all of that. It's the last time I went. So what, 2007, 2008? Yeah, last time I went to the doctor. I don't like doctors. I don't really believe in going to the doctor like that. Only because in recent years, when I say recent years, I mean the last time I was going, religiously, so to speak. When I did go, there were times I would go to the doctor and I'm like, oh, okay. I would try to go thinking, they went to school for this, they know best and all this other stuff. And by the time they were done wasting my time, I would leave and have to go and figure out stuff for myself. So if I got to do all that, then what's the purpose of you? I don't understand. So I literally was going to the doctor, and then they were not getting the solutions for me. And I would go and figure out the solutions and fix myself by myself. So I'm just like, why would I pay you for a service when I'm the only one that's fixing me? I'm not finna keep paying y'all for something and y'all ain't doing the job. Like, no, y'all get paid to do this. And I'm still the one that's, the one that's doing all the work. I don't see the point. So anyway, doctors are great, nurses are great, all that stuff, they're great. But if I can figure out how to do it on my own, to fix an issue on my own, I'm gonna do it. So I like the holistic approach, and I've seen it work when doctors have not worked. Just like when I was talking to this person that I went to school with the other day, I reached out to her like yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I said to her, Um, Hopefully this will be helpful to you. And I told her to go to the Alkaline Doula's website and to reach out to the number that's on the top of that website and ask them what teas she needs to buy her husband. Her husband is in end stage renal failure. And I just think that she needs to give that a try because the doctors have been doing absolutely nothing to help him. Except basically saying he gonna die any day now. And I'm just like, you could have stayed in the house if that was what the diagnosis was gonna be. You ain't helping. And as I've already mentioned to y'all before, I have seen the amazing things that the teas have done for everybody else. And they've done things for me as well. And yeah, I'm just like, whew. Now, in this current situation I have going on, y'all, I might have stage 2 or 3 lymphedema, okay? And I'm in the process of trying to reverse it in a way. Not in a way, I'm actually trying to reverse it because, yeah, I've seen miracles happen. I'm going to be a miracle too. Sorry, it just is what it is. So anyway, um, I ended up talking to the nurse at work, the same woman who provided the therapeutic exercises for my hand when I hurt it last year. And I thought to ask her if she might know of some things that I could do. And of course, because of her profession, she was telling me that I needed to see my primary healthcare provider and all this other stuff and wanted to know who it was. And I laughed and told her I don't have one, haven't had one, I don't know how long. I mean, I was just telling her the truth. So, of course, she was, flabbergasted, which I always expect people to be once I tell them that I don't go to the doctor. I don't do any of these things. Like, there are people, almost everybody that I know live at the doctor's office. I'm sorry, I don't want to live that way. I don't believe life has to be that way. I believe that I can eat right and not have to go through this. So, that's what I'm choosing to do. Had I stayed on the path that I was already on, I would not be in this situation right now. I wholeheartedly don't believe that I would have been in this situation. So, lesson learned. It is what it is. Once I get out of this, I'm going to learn my lesson. Hopefully, Lord. But anyway, this is going to be an awkward phase because I'm going to have to start kind of shaping the rest of the hair around this. So, yeah, I know it looks weird right now, but I think it's going to be cute once I'm done. Or it's going to be cute enough. It's going to have to be cute enough because I'm going to try to keep it in there for a little while. We're going to see. But anyway, so coincidentally enough, once I finally started realizing and, putting the realization in my head and just saying, you know what, maybe she was right, my sister, about this being lymphedema, I started looking it up. I looked it up every now and again, but today I really was heavily looking into it. And I was like, let me see. Because what is going on here? So I looked into it and I saw a video posted that somebody just posted like within the last 24 hours. And I'm like, okay, let me see what this is. Because maybe this is definitely a sign that this is what it is. And here is some help for me, right? So I clicked on the video. Everything that I'm experiencing is being shown in video, and they are actually showing exercises that you can do. There's a specific type of massage that you have to do in order to help because it's like drainage and all kinds of stuff. Essentially, y'all, because of where this lymphedema is, if it's lymphedema, when you're doing the massages, you have to massage upwards only. You're just doing it and it has to be very sensual. Like, it's like almost like cupping, touching. And that's the way you have to do it, just upwards. So, yeah, I did a little bit of that at work. I did some of the exercises at work. It's funny because one of the exercises I do anyway, because I learned years ago that in order to like try to keep your feet in the best shape, if you know you're going to be, on your feet and running around, ripping and running and walking a lot and running a lot and all that other stuff, certain things that you can do, and I had already been doing them. So that was an added bonus for that. So, like, I literally do it every day at work, if nowhere else. Always. There are times I'm just sitting here. I can be sitting and I do that particular thing. So I was just like, oh, well, excuse me, I'm already doing certain things. That's cool. I already got a leg up, so to speak. So I'm gonna try these things along with continuing to detox, and I'm gonna start back drinking the teas because once I saw how it was, y'all, I was just like, at this point, I don't know what to do because like yesterday was like the most that I was detoxing. Um, I drank a whole lot of water. I had a whole lot of everything that would really be able to push everything out. Y'all, I peed so much, almost like every hour on I was peeing like a racehorse yesterday. And that's what I wanted. That was the results that I wanted. But it wasn't helping my leg. Wasn't helping my legs at all. And I was so confused. Like I'm looking like, wow. Like you would think that the swelling definitely would have went down by now. Goodness gracious. Like what else? What do I have to do? So, like I said, I started looking into some things, and I saved the video, and there are certain massages that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to incorporate something I hadn't done in a long time. And I used to do this every other blue moon when I've eaten too much salt, and I was younger, and I was very flexible. Which you don't have to me. You don't have to be flexible to do this, but I was flexible, and it was just something I used to just do. Um, but it's something a lot of kids do, but it was something I used to do when I wanted to really elevate my legs, and that's to put my legs on the wall. So I'm gonna be in a 90 degree angle on the wall. I'm gonna try to. Hopefully, them people won't turn on the generator while I'm trying to sleep. Because if they don't do that, I should be able to go to sleep and stay in that position. And I'm just gonna have to figure out how to get comfortable. I just don't like laying flat on my back because I choke easily. So I'm gonna have to hopefully find a way to get comfortable, tilt my head to either side so that that doesn't happen. Because I'm not gonna be able to turn my body to the side. I do the most with my body like I'm a pretzel already, right? Um, if I kind of try to turn my torso on up to one side, it's gonna do the most. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be in excruciating pain. So yeah, so hopefully if the generator ain't going and all that foolishness ain't going on when it's time for me to go to sleep, y'all, I'm gonna do that and see what happens when I wake up. I have two compression sleeves that I had just purchased. I had bought them like a week or so ago, and I've been wearing them on and off over the last week. And this is what one of them looks like. I just had it. What I do with it? So, um, this is what it looks like. Okay. So I got the size that would generally be the size of my shoe or a sock or whatever that I would normally wear. And I went by the guide and I put it on. And so it's not like compressing per se my skin once I put my foot in it or whatever. And essentially, I wanted it so that I could wrap these and velcro them together so they go around my ankles, right? Now, I think you're supposed to kind of do it where it goes over the top of your foot, but I do it where it's both. So I try not to be too tight because that's something that can make it worse and can really make it be a real lymphedema situation where I look like I have stage 4, which is the lymphedema I only knew of. I never knew that another form of lymphedema. I never knew what lymphedema looked like outside of that particular stage. I had no idea. I thought that lymphedema only looked like that and that was it. Um, so I have two of these. So what I'm gonna do is when I'm done massaging my feet, I'm gonna put it on there and my ankles. I'm gonna put it on there and continue to massage up. So I'm actually sitting to the side. Um, and y'all, it's so uncomfortable trying to do things with my lower half of my body that, like, sitting here, when I'm sitting straight, and like right now, I wanted to put my leg up so that I could, massage it in between, showing y'all things on this video or whatever, or in doing my hair. I already was massaging it earlier. So I have to like position my body all the way to the side. Like I got my body almost all the way to this side, my lower half, so that I could then lift my leg up. In order for me to be able to lift that leg up, that's the only way I was gonna be able to do it. I couldn't just do it. Like I can't like you know how some people sit and they cross their leg and I can't do that. I cannot sit with my knees together and cross my legs at the ankles. I can't do that. I can't do none of that. Like I cannot do any of these things. Things that are bare minimum I cannot even do because of how I'm trying to think of the word. It's just the way that my skin feels behind my thigh, and it's just specific spots on my leg that's on my thigh and my calf and all that stuff. I can't do it. Like it's it's not possible. Like when I say I can't, it's literally not possible for me to just do these simple tasks. So anyway, I'm gonna keep doing these things and see what happens and hope I'm able to, resolve the issue. Because when I tell y'all, I'm so tired of these doctors trying to pump me with medicine and then they do all that and create other issues. Like that was an issue. That was something that I used to have a major problem with. As I got older, like my mama, she is really good about reading labels of medications because she's on so many. I guess that's why my daddy on a lot or whatever. He on enough and she on enough and put it like that. So the last time a doctor prescribed medication, my mama called up there and went off because they had the audacity to add something to it or whatever, or add a medication to the bag that says something about, I guess, treating or being for somebody with some kind of mental something. I don't know. My mom went off though. She called it and went off. It was like, I don't know what this medication did because she was like, "What is this?" And we had internet at the time, even though it wasn't the greatest. We had it. So my mom was like, "I don't know what this mean." And before I took it, because she was like, "Oh, let me look at these." I had went got the medicine because I was an adult, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I was an adult and had went and got some medication. And my mom was like, no, what is this?" And went off and was like, you ain't taking that. And they gonna reimburse this money. And my mama went off. It was crazy, y'all. But yeah, cause my mom was like, "I'm not familiar with this. Let me look this up." Like my mama don't play none of that. I'm good at reading food labels and all that stuff. She's great at medications. I'm not, cause I don't like taking medicine in the beginning. I ain't never been here for medicine. Medication. Let me put it like that. Not saying medicine, medication. Anyway, y'all. So I'll keep y'all updated on that. I know y'all gonna flood the comments because I know you said that you don't want to do with doctors, but you need to go to the doctor. Da, 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 da. I hear y'all. For me, until it gets to a situation where in my mind I'm like, okay, I've tried everything, it didn't work. Let me go ahead and go see a professional, then I will. But like I said before, so far that has not worked out in my favor. So I'm gonna just stick with what's been working and hope that it work in this situation too. All right, y'all. So it's been this week has been good. But it's just been kind of interesting. Um, I found out that my partner is working on another shift and training people again. I ain't know. Found out on accident. I was like, what? And they were like, "Oh, you didn't know?" I was like, "No, I didn't know." And so one of the three amigos was like, "Oh, you didn't know he was on the other shift?" I was like, "No, I hadn't seen him. The last time I saw him, we were talking. He didn't say, 'Oh, I'm finna to go train again.'" Because the last time that he did all this, he told me that he was about to go train. And he was like, "You gone, this person gone, and I'm finna be gone. They finna be short staffed, da 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 da." And so I was like, "Oh, well," because I'm not gonna have to deal with his dusty cousin in any capacity. So that's all I was really concerned about. Anything that has to do with my mental health being intact because I don't have to deal with her, hallelujah in the name. So I was here for it. Like, oh, okay. I ain't gotta see her. Hallelujah. So, um, but speaking of her, tell me why today. Y'all, I literally never see her go and use any bathroom. Well, I went to one of the bathrooms back in the area where I actually work now, and I had finished up. So she came in there. The only one is now. Keep in mind, only one stall is working. I'm guessing that's the bathroom that she goes and uses. It's right across within her eyesight, her vision, being able to see every little thing going on as soon as she walks out of that door, of being able to look at the married man, while she's walking back towards his area where she has no business being. Right now, keep in mind she upstairs. She works upstairs. Ain't no reason for her to be nowhere near where I work. I should never cross paths with her unless it's a situation where I'm going to break, she going to break, one of us going to lunch, coming back from lunch, or we both leaving for the day. Shouldn't see her back where I'm working at all, especially since they've been putting everybody but her back there to do the other job that I did before getting this particular job, where you still are getting paid what you get paid for working upstairs, but you're doing stuff back there in the new department. Okay, y'all. So I'm minding my business, see this heifer. I'm like, child, child, please. So what happened was she walked in the bathroom, and she was walking so fast, I guess she didn't see me. Or by the time she walked past me, she saw me as she was walking past. And so she proceeded on to the stall, the only stall that's available, because the other one is broken. So she walked, and then she sped, walked right back up out of there. And I was like, well, hopefully she left back up out of there because she saw me and went on by her business, because I know it wasn't because of nothing else. Because first of all, I'm eating fruits like crazy, drinking water like crazy. So nothing is stinking in there. That's another thing. A lot of people don't understand that when you eat like this, as long as you ain't eat, like, even if you're incorporating vegetables, as long as it's not something like asparagus, everything smells very tolerable, if like anything at all. I never really was one of those people that blew up the bathroom to begin with, no matter what I was eating. Like, I'm talking about painting. I'm talking about what how they say it, peeling paint off the walls. I was never one of them anyway. But when you eat clean like this and in this particular way, your body odor, you really don't even have to wear deodorant like that. I still wear it. Even when I went all the way alkaline and was fully alkaline for a good little while, I still was wearing deodorant. I was like, nah. Mm-mm. I was like, nope. Nope, 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 nope. So I went on by my business as far as that was concerned. But you really can go without deodorant, or if you feel like you need a form of deodorant, you can put on some key lime and still stay with the freshness. All you do is put a squirt of it, or cut one in half, rub it up under your arm, and that's the end of it. But yeah, that's not for me. I just want to stick with my black-owned business that I've been supporting, even if I really can be fully funk-free, without having to use actual deodorant. The deodorant that I use does not have aluminum and all the other stuff in it, so I'm not worried about anything that could possibly cause cancer, cancer forming, all that stuff. I'm not worried about any of that. Nothing that's going to eventually make me start breaking out, because that's the way it used to be. When I used to wear other deodorants, eventually I would have what my mama used to call a pip Jenny. I don't know how many of y'all ever heard of that. As far as the slang is concerned, they call it pip Jenny. They call it something else. I forgot what it was, but that's the main thing my mom used to call it. Oh my gosh, some things hurt so bad. And it was every single. It used to be like it was like it was clockwork. The mud would appear out of nowhere like clockwork every like 3 to 6 months, and I would not be able to put my arm down. It would be in the same exact spot every single time. And I'm just like, these are my lymph nodes. Coincidentally enough, that's what's going on right here. Possible blockage of lymph nodes, specific lymph nodes. And so I got to clear the blockage in order to let everything, all my fluids in my body properly flow. I don't believe I'd have any heart issues. She did end up taking my blood pressure, because she did coincidentally have a blood pressure machine in her office, because she asked me about something and she was like, oh, I got one. I told her, like, my dad had one, so I would take mine at the house all the time. He has one. So, it's not like it's something that I haven't seen in a while. I've used one. And I know how to use one, but I haven't done it in a while. So she ended up taking my blood pressure on the spot and all that, y'all. So she said it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but she wanted it to be. I think it was 130, 30 something over 88 or something, child. But because of this situation, I'm stressed because of this situation. And so she was like, considering what's going on with you right now, I understand it's because I'm not stressed at all back where I'm working. So yeah, y'all. Just pray for me. You ain't gotta feel sorry for me. I'm even just asking for you to pray for me because this was completely out of nowhere, and she was confused too because she was like, well, maybe it's something that's coming from an old scar. And I thought about it, I got a little emotional because it might be coming from my old scar from when I had cancer. Part of it came out of me when I did my detox pearl years ago, and I already had a moment about that, but there's a possibility that part of it is still inside, and that's what's part of the reason why this blockage is happening. Because the way that this happened, it's not really supposed to go like this. If this is lymphedema, usually like little like stuff leads up to it. It just don't get to this level. Like I'm telling y'all, if it is lymphedema, I'm in between stage 2 and 3. I hadn't been experiencing any swelling. The last time I swole up or anything was my birthday month, the week of my birthday. Y'all know that I found out I was allergic to shrimp and all that stuff all of a sudden. I had been eating it my whole life, never had no issues. But once I stopped doing that, once I stopped eating that, it went away on its own. Hadn't had no issues since. Even when I was eating stuff with a whole lot of salt in it, wasn't having no issues like that because I was still having moments where I was being bad, which is, eating how I wanted to eat instead of eating what I needed to eat and just putting off my journey even longer. I sat up there and I was just like, you know what? Let me go somewhere and sit down because this is crazy. And instead of me doing what I need to do, like I feel as though I just kept having sign after sign. I kept ignoring the signs, and that's why this happened. But it's okay. I'm gonna get it under control. I wholeheartedly believe that I will be able to do this with the help of the alkaline teas that I will be ingesting, the exercises that I've seen, and um, yeah, like I feel like it's gonna happen and it's not gonna be overnight, but I feel like I'm gonna be able to get it under control. I'm already exercising and walking a whole lot. Man, the battle is I'm almost there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm almost there as it is. So that's the way I'm gonna look at it in a positive way because it's not like I'm just sitting here crying about it. I'm actually trying to be proactive. But it's crazy because I already was in the middle of detoxing as it is. So it's like, golly, like essentially everything is not getting filtered out of my body while I'm detoxing and I'm trying to actually be good. Like that's the crazy part. It's so crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna get it right, y'all. I'm gonna get it right some kind of way. Definitely gonna get it right. So I'll keep y'all updated on that and let y'all know how my compression goes. I actually am going to start doing a bandaging situation too. Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to go to the store and get some bandages and start. After I've already started, doing more of the massaging, I'm going to do that. I'm debating on if I'm going to do a technique that this older lady taught me about that I actually did on my hand years ago when I was at another job, which is you get the bandages and you dip them in Epsom salt water that has been, water that has Epsom salt that had already been, how am I trying to say it? Water that Epsom salt has been sprinkled in. And the Epsom salt ended up getting, why can't I, y'all, I'm sleepy. I'm sorry. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Epsom salt dissolved into the water, right? Okay. That's all I'm trying to say. Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry. And soak the bandages in that and wrap the affected area in the bandage and secure it with those little, things. And then If you're gonna stay up, stay up. If not, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then wake up and your pain will be all the way alleviated or it will be lessened a whole lot. Like I tell you, it worked. Oh my gosh, it worked back then. So I'm gonna see what it do this time, y'all. I'm trying to do something. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay up, but I don't think I'm gonna finish my hair today. But I know when I do my hair, it's not gonna be up like this. It's gonna be down and stuff like this or whatever. And as I get closer, I'm gonna fill it in more so you don't just be able to look and just be like, oh, look at this. Like, no, you ain't gonna be able to see through. There's a technique that I do that even if I left it like this, I can fill it in and make it look like something else. I'm gonna do that. I'm probably gonna do that for a couple of areas in my head anyway, so that it can fill in even when I'm not trying to have my hair super duper full like that. I want it to be full, but not like looking like the Cowardly Lion or somebody like crazy. But we'll see how it go. Oh, but yeah, back to when I was telling y'all about the side heifer. So I don't know why she jetted. I think she jetted out of there because she saw it was me. And hopefully she didn't try to make it seem like I left something on the toilet, left something in the toilet, or that she smelled something, because I know she didn't. First of all, I washed my box and the poop chute quite well before I came into work. There's a routine that eventually I'm going to be able to show y'all, and especially since because I'm in this situation right now, I can't show y'all because I was like, oh man, they said why don't I, do a video showing how my shower routine and all this other stuff. And so I was like, I thought about it. I was like, well, I guess, at least people are requesting stuff. So I can show y'all. People will be very interested to see how I get down or whatever, right? Of course, there won't be any nudity, but I'm just saying for people to see what I'm using, what I'm doing, all this other stuff, because I retain a lot of moisture. A lot of people don't do this, and they should. They would see a change in their skin. I don't think it would be the right time for me to show this to y'all because my skin is under attack right now. And one of the best recipients of this is usually my legs. Now, I do this particular part of my routine not as much to that particular area since it's affected in this moment, but I still do it because I feel like it is something that is going to help this process go along faster, or at least smoother, as smooth as it could go, because if I wasn't doing it at all, it would definitely go by slow. So yeah. But yeah, so anyway, like I was saying, so anyway, even if I'm working 12-hour shifts, you're not gonna smell the sweat and all of that stuff because I use certain black-owned businesses products on me, not just the soaps. There's something that is called Sweeter that I use. Okay, let me tell you how I thought this was gonna be a lie, but I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and support this black-owned business, but I don't think it's gonna do all that. And then once I got it and I saw the ingredients, I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna work because, okay, so y'all know I live for the black owned business, this product that I use that's deodorant, which is Queen Play Pits, okay? That is the particularly women's or whatever. So that's the only one I really, really use. I tried King. I told y'all that the owner, which is a woman, Chantel, she lives for King. She loves how I smell. I like how I smell too, but I prefer Queen leaps and bounds over King. So those are the only two I have. I gave the other ones away. I still got one or two I got to get to my daddy. We'll send to my daddy and my brother. But I don't think I'm gonna use them anymore. I'm only gonna use Queen, and I am loaded up on Queen. But she was doing something where she sent out an email blast to like everybody that was a VIP member or whatever you want to call it, just people who signed up for emails. And she asked, if she basically was like, to the first however many people that respond back to this that might want to be interested in trying something. I'm saying to myself, shoot, this deodorant work, I definitely want to try and see what it was hitting for. So at the time, it was called Love. I don't think that she's been able to perfect the formula so that everybody that uses it, it actually works on them. Come to find out, now keep in mind, I was one of the people that was able to get an opportunity to try the product. So she sent me the container. It's called Love. Now it's supposed to be made with arrowroot instead of corn, not cornstarch. It's made with arrowroot instead of, y'all know what I'm talking about. Not cornstarch. What's the other one? Baking soda. There are people who are highly allergic, or it breaks them out, burns them, or whatever their reasons are, that baking soda is not for them, right? Well, it works well for me. For 10 years prior to me using her product, I was making my own deodorant with that being one of the main ingredients, and I was not musty for 10 years. Until I started making my own deodorant, I hadn't been musty. I made my own deodorant. I finally became a person that wasn't musty. No deodorant in any form was working. So, yeah. Even if I'm eating terribly, the deodorant that I was making was still working. And even though I was eating terribly with this black owned business's deodorant, I was still getting my results that I'm supposed to get. It still worked. So anyway, I was just lucky that I was able to reap the benefits initially off rip anyway, because I had been detoxing under my arms for 10 years. And a lot of people who might say, oh, but this deodorant didn't work. Did you detox under your arms first? It really does help. But the fact of the matter is, I had already been detoxing unknowingly for 10 years. So, yeah. So, anyway, this stuff is called Sweeter, okay? That I'm talking about in this moment, as far as the side heifer coming into the bathroom and jetting back out of there, because I'm like, I know it ain't me. Because, like I said, I'm already eating, like I had been eating nothing but cherries all day at work, spring water like crazy. Before I came to work, same thing. And peaches, I'm like, girl, no, no. When I use the bathroom, that ain't what, none of that's what's going on. When I'm peeing, that's not what's coming out. So, don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what I think she did it because she saw me. But anyway, back to my point. So there is a product called Sweeter. When I got it, it said that it contained arrowroot, and I was like, oh no, because I'd already had my experience where arrowroot was not it. I tried that deodorant. I was so happy, y'all. Hallelujah. I tried on a day when I was off, because that's what I did when I found her product. And I said, I don't even know why I bought this product. My deodorant has been working fine for years. Some told me to buy it, and I did. And I'm glad I did, because it actually worked. And I'm supporting a black owned business's product. And I'm here for a product that actually works. So, anyway, I tried the deodorant called Love. Y'all, I have not been musty. I have not been musty since before the summer of 2010 in any capacity. When I put that on after I got out the shower, within 30 minutes, I was musty. Musty. I said, oh no, this got to get up off me right now. I went in there and got my soap, scrubbed it up off of me, and I ended up putting the deodorant I always put on me. And it was like, oh, okay, you're back. Like, no, nobody had time for that. So I was like, oh, apparently arrowroot ain't it for me, because it's crazy, because at one point in time, I was going to switch it up in between batches, excuse me, of deodorant that I was making for myself, because I had heard that that was an alternative. Because I would break out, meaning I would use it for a while, and then my underarms would kind of like peel, and I would have irritation. But in my mind, y'all, when I tell y'all I was so happy to not be musty, I did not care about the pain I would feel sometimes. I did not care, because I was not musty. If you don't understand how it feels to be somebody musty that liked to raise their hand at school because you love school and you knew what was going on in the classroom, and you had to do like this and find creative ways to raise your hand, you don't understand. And I love to smell good. I don't know how other people weren't smelling me. I don't know how other people weren't smelling me before that. I'm just saying. I was able to somehow mask it well, I guess, child. I don't know, but that was not fun for me. I don't like that. And I used to fight for my life. My mama kept trying to figure out what to do, was using my daddy deodorant on me and everything. Would not work. My daddy can use any kind of deodorant. He smelled like amazingness. And I'm just like, he be out here really working. And I could be the sat in the house all day and did absolutely nothing. Took a shower and I'm functified. I don't got time for this. Why am I musty and I ain't even do nothing? Like, absolutely not. But that's just the way it's always been, y'all. I don't know. But anyway, the stuff that's sweeter, the stuff that's called sweeter has arrowroot in it. So I was like, oh no. So I was like, I done already spent 30. I think the can, it's a little can, y'all. It's a can. It's a tin can. It's a little bitty thin tin can that has the product in it. And like I said, arrowroot is one of the things that's in it. So in my mind, I'm like, I done already spent this $30. Let's see what it's hitting for. $20 or $30 for that little thing. A little goes a long way, so they say. So I said, all right, let's see. I said, I don't believe it, but all right, whatever. Can't be no worse off than I already possibly could have been anyway to begin with. Let's see. Child, I put that stuff on, worked a 12-hour shift, kept going to the bathroom, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, like it's hot. Y'all, I'm a big woman. It's hot. I have moisture wicking clothes on me. So there's moisture all day everywhere. I got crevices and creases that got all kinds of sweating things going on. It's a lot going on. I'm a big woman. It's too much. It's too much going on. Oh, you know I ain't think this was gonna work. Why it worked? Why it worked, y'all? Why does it work? I don't understand. And they have it where you can use it. You can put some of it in your butt crack if you want to, and all of that. I think I might have did that once or twice, but I have another product that do the same thing. I have two more products that are the exact same that do that, and I actually just focus more using the one that's in the can on the box. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I know I'm gonna work a crazy shift or at least a 12-hour shift, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and set myself up right and do it like that, right? So, like I said, I know the heifer wasn't running out of there and high stepping out of there because of me. That's what I know. That's who I know it ain't because of. She doing it because she hating and mad and all that. Oh, I found out about her little hiding spot when she does use the bathroom. Because I'm like, heifer, it's been 12 hours. You ain't went to the bathroom yet. Now, there are some people that really don't use the bathroom at work. They literally will go home and use the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm not finna get in my car and go to the bathroom every time I need to use the bathroom, especially with the stuff I be doing. Oh no, I can't do that. All this got to come up out of me. All of it got to come out. I've always had gastrointestinal issues. Okay, so with this detox, it's funny, y'all. With this detox, this has been very funny. This has been crazy. Um, one of the things that normally happens is mucus and all that stuff starts coming out or whatever. So I end up clearing my throat a whole lot more because mucus is coming out. Well, I was just like, oh, well, excuse me. Like, that's how I really know. Like, it crossed my mind. I was like, wait a minute. I'm doing all this extra coughing and clearing my throat and all that because mucus, you know, the mucus is being broken up with everything that I'm eating and drinking. It's got to come out because it comes out this way and that way. Now, I've been gassy. I always had gastrointestinal issues, so I was a little gassy, but nothing was coming out of me that made me be like, okay, we all need to run for cover. You dropped a bomb on me. None of these things. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Like, y'all might not have just heard that, but I just farted. I could have farted to somebody. I could have farted right next to somebody right now, and they wouldn't have smelled nothing, nothing, because it don't smell bad at all, because of what I eat and what I've been drinking. It smells like the fruit I've eaten, or it smells like nothing, or it smells like a faint, almost non-existent regular fart. But most of the time, it smells kind of like the fruity, whatever fruit I ate or whatever. It don't smell like nothing. So that's another great thing. Like I said, you can completely rid your body of having to put on perfume or having to put on deodorant and things like that. But I just like to smell delicious, so that's why I keep on wearing all these things. I'm just saying, the truth is just the truth. The Lord loved the truth. So, but yeah, y'all. I just had to go ahead and get that out because I know she won't run up out of there because of me. Because even if I don't leave anything behind, um, a lot of the toilets at my job, they splash back up a couple of droplets of water. And sometimes I turn right around, I wipe them off the seat, and then I take the tissue with me out of the stall and put it into the big trash can that's outside of the stall. So I don't want the next person to come in there and have to do like I normally have to do, which is a whole lot of nasty heifers at my job. I be having to wipe, scrub. I really, y'all, sometimes I be so glad if it's the end of the day and I left for the day within something that I have housed in one of the things that I carry. I have a little bitty travel sized bottle of Lysol. One day I went in there and I had it with me. I said, the Lord knew. The Lord knew that I was going to come in here and use this bathroom. So I whipped it out and I sprayed the seat down, sprayed the air because I was about to die. Like, I mean, I really started gagging. Like, that's what I'm saying. My pass by air don't stink. My sit down, get up air don't stink. My farts don't stink. I'm just saying. Just in case I ain't say it again, me using the bathroom, whether it's peeing or number twoing, they don't blow up the room. Your urine don't have to stink. Your normal bowel movements do not have to stink. It is fine and it is normal to have bowel movements. I used to think it was terrible that I had bowel movements every day because I eat so much stuff that's high in fiber. I ain't know that. Like, I didn't know that it just was great that I was one of them people that actually loves fiber foods that are high in fiber. Like, I live for apples. I will eat the peels, all that stuff. The peels, that's high in fiber. The apple peels, the outside of the apple. You know what I'm saying? I'll thoroughly wash that, get that wax off, all that stuff. High in fiber. Like, everything that I live for, most of everything that I live for is high in fiber. So I have regular bowel movements without having to add Metamucil and all the other stuff to my life. So yeah. But yeah. So if you want another benefit as to why you should, start trying to eat like this, become a fruitarian, you don't have to worry about peeling the paint off the walls when you use the bathroom. You don't have to worry about these things. Oh man, I'm telling you, there are times, y'all. Oh my gosh, one of the worst experiences of my life was when I went to the bathroom at a job here in Virginia. I went to the bathroom, y'all. Thank God I wasn't at the point where I had to use the bathroom, and if I didn't go right then and there, I was gonna pee on myself. Had to use the bathroom. This woman, every time she went in there, I knew it was her every single time. She smells a certain way when she used the bathroom. I don't care if a period on or not. She smells a certain way, and we all know it's her every time. So I went in the bathroom. When I tell y'all, I almost threw up. I cannot. And I was like, And I high stepped it to the bathroom, the other bathroom location, because don't nobody have time. If I see her coming out, I'm like, yeah, let me go to this other bathroom. Nobody has time for this. The shenanigans. Nobody has time for this. So yeah, y'all. I feel like my hair is coming along nicely, even though I'm not gonna get much done today. Maybe I'll finish it on my day off, which should be Thursday, because I gotta work. On my off days. But it's okay, because I'm only going to give them a day and a half. And I'm not going to have to work 6 days like my other position always has me to do in order for me to get one day off. Because they'll sit up there and skip a day and make it so I won't get the pay that I'm deserved. Like, you'll conveniently not need me and you'll skip this day, but you want me to come in on Monday. No. Like, you try me. So yeah, y'all. But yeah, y'all, I'm probably gonna document how this is going, and just upload the pictures to my email or somewhere and show y'all the progress, because I really feel like I'm gonna be able to get it under control on my own as far as this lymphedema or whatever's going on my own. And hopefully it'll be another testament as to how well these teas work, prayer, and everything else in between is gonna work, because this is something I've never experienced this before. I've never experienced anything like this before in my life, y'all. I've never experienced this. So yeah. Um Today was interesting. Another reason today was interesting is because I was talking to the guy who got engaged the other day, right? And so we was talking, and he was frustrated. I could tell he was frustrated. That's why I like walking by and saying little stuff to him or whatever to encourage him, because I know he gonna get upset about something. He's younger and all that, you know. And even though he's newly baptized and all that other stuff, you know, he still got a lot of growing to do. Well, he's been, you know, getting better at expressing himself, but he's still been getting highly upset about stuff. And so I be trying to help people to understand, like, look here, don't let this place get you bent out of shape. We had to get a check and go home. Everything that other people have been getting upset about, it's been out of our control. Like, why are you getting upset about something that's out of your control? Now, y'all, today was especially stressful for him because two people that do his same job ended up leaving. One of them was so sick that he left before the time it was time for us to actually clock in. So he had already left like 10, 15 minutes prior to clocking in. He has vertigo. I didn't know that. But the guy told me that he has vertigo and that he couldn't stand up very well, so he had to leave back out and he was getting dizzy and all this other stuff. I've had bouts of vertigo before. Therefore, I'm very understanding of the situation. So I'm not gonna never try to say nothing sideways about nobody going through that. If you ain't never experienced that before, don't try to speak on it, because you can't just try to snap out of it. You can't just try to work through it. Trust me, I've tried. It did not work out well for me. I blacked out, scared everybody half to death. Other people got cussed out because they were trying to go on with work as if nothing was going on when everybody else was gathered around me trying to figure out what was going on. And I was that type of person at the time. Every time you looked up, I was volunteered to come in on my day off and some more. So I done worked through ridiculously hot heat and all this other stuff. But now I can't even withstand this. Like, I didn't even know what was going on. And eventually I found out that that's what it was. So it's like, Lord, this is too much. Don't nobody have time. So, then this other guy, he told me that his girlfriend has vertigo. Because once I told him the situation, he was like, oh, my girlfriend has vertigo. Hers isn't that bad, though. And she takes medication. I was like, well, I don't know how receptive she is to this, but I've had bouts of vertigo, and my cousin told me that real garlic, I mean not garlic, real ginger works wonders as far as that is concerned. And so he told me that he would tell her about it. And I'm like, I don't have bouts of vertigo anymore. Like, I don't. I incorporate that into teas that I have. That's the way that I incorporate it. I don't really cook anything. Well, when I was cooking, I was never really cooking anything food wise that would allow me to incorporate it. And I'm not really big on ginger like that. I loved ginger, ginger ale, specific ginger ale, not regular ginger ale. Let's be clear, not that. That blackberry was it. That cranberry was it. The raspberry was nasty. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. That was nasty. That was nasty. But yeah, y'all, I loved that, and I ain't gonna lie, that actually kind of helped me a little bit until I got to some ginger, some real ginger, and I incorporated that, and I was like, wait a minute. I mainly eat it in the fall and winter months because it's so much easier on my palate, so to speak, for me to tolerate it. Because I don't I like real ginger, but it's so strong. Like, Lord have mercy, it's so strong. Like, it has such a strong bite. So it's like, ooh, it's a lot going on. Like, you got to be ready for that. And there's some people that dice it up and eat large amounts of it. You really don't need that much. There is a recommended amount that you ingest if you're going to ingest it, because anything over that is just overkill for no reason. Like, it's not going to do anything extra because you put a whole piece of ginger root in your food. There's nothing extra that's going to happen for you. So once I found that out, I lessened it and I put only the amount up to that amount up in my stuff. That's it. I boil me some tea and make it like that. So what I do is ginger root that I have taken the outside peeling off of, and I cut it up, boil it, and then I smash it to get the actual ginger juice, if you will, out of it. And you can eat it. I don't really like eating it like that. I have eaten it before, but I tend to not really eat it like that. But if I want to, I can. So I do that. Add some real cinnamon to it, to the water that I've boiled to make tea out of. Real cinnamon meaning Ceylon. Um, Cloves. Sometimes I add certain oranges to the mix. I'm just trying to brighten it up because I don't like cloves like that. And I definitely don't like ginger. So to liven it up, the actual cinnamon and certain, like, if I have hibiscus or something like that, hallelujah, that'll work. I do dates, if not date syrup and stuff like that, to sweeten it, and that's what I end up making as a tea. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not just drinking the alkaline teas that I purchased, that's what I end up doing for the teas. Um, and it works wonders. When I tell y'all, listen here, look, wait a minute. It's gonna be very personal. It's gonna sound, I don't even think it's gonna sound nasty, but I'm just gonna give you a warning just in case. There was a time that all I was doing was literally drinking that, and that's it. I drank that for 5 days straight. My pee smelled like cinnamon, um, um, I forgot the name of the stuff I just named off. It smelled like cinnamon, cloves, all that stuff. Smelled amazing. Now, that's what I'm saying. That's the one thing about it now. Especially in the wintertime. Oh, the house smells amazing. I just don't like how it tastes. I'm just big on, like, ooh. Like, that's why I always tell y'all about the acai berry and pomegranate green tea. Hallelujah in the name. That is delicious for no reason. I live for raspberry tea, all that. That is delicious. But some of the other stuff, I'm not a fan of cloves, which they just have healing properties. They're awesome. So that's why I incorporate it in the stuff that I'm eating and drinking. Um, it just is what it is. But it had me smelling very amazing. I'm peeing. That's all I smell. I'm like, wait a minute now. You done went off. You done went all the way off. Wait, I wasn't ready for that. I remember the first. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I'm just telling y'all my experience. I know it's a lot, but I'm just telling y'all. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. Oh, but anyway, so that man had vertigo and he was not feeling well. I guess his equilibrium was off center. I have no idea, but he went back home. This other person, she got sick. The person that I used to tell y'all about, they used to work upstairs with me, that went to another shift. She was socially awkward. She was not feeling well either. I don't know what was going on with her, but she was sick, and she said that she was going to check into it to see how many days she had left, and that she was going to take the rest of the day, take a half or whatever. And she left. So they were short staffed. Y'all, I keep farting and I don't smell nothing. I'm just trying to tell y'all, become fruitarian. If you're gonna do any of this stuff and you want to incorporate fruits and vegetables, just try to stay away from stuff like asparagus, because I like how asparagus tastes, but it don't it that ain't it. Like, if you got a man or you got a significant other and y'all want to do some things, you would have to put that on hold unless y'all real nasty. And I mean, I know I can be nasty, but I just would not want to have that anywhere near me. It do too much. Asparagus do too much. it do too much, and I think it's because it's not real. But we ain't even gonna get into that. It don't matter. Eat what you want to eat. But I'm just saying, just if you want to smell like nothing when you're farting, when you're peeing, when you are number twoing, if you want to smell like nothing or smell like fruit or smell like almost nothing has come out of you when you're peeing or number twoing, become a fruitarian, become alkaline, things of that nature or whatever, and just avoid certain foods like asparagus. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully, that's not coming off as me being bossy or thinking I know better than everybody else. I don't. I'm just telling y'all my experiences. Um, I know I look crazy, y'all. I know. I know. But hopefully, this will turn out to look like something worth mentioning at some point in time. I don't know. We're gonna see though. But anyway, y'all, I done bored y'all enough. Let me go my behind. Um, I'm not gonna go to sleep yet because it's like as soon as I got out of the car, I was awake. So I'm gonna try to stay up for like one more hour and then go to sleep. Okay, y'all. All right. So y'all have an amazing day. I will see y'all probably in a day or two, so I can tell y'all about how the end of my week went. Okay, y'all take care. I'll see you later. Bye.